Have you ever had a project plan and then your yarn tells you, no, we're gonna do something else? My yarn does that to me every single day. No joke. Now let me show you. I had a video plan that I was going to make. I actually got a yarn haul from Temu. Ta-da! They did send me the yarn and I'm going to be doing a video for them. And that's what I thought I was making today. Surprise! My yarn said, no, let me hand the floor over to my yarn because apparently it really wants to talk to you. Okay, so the first yarn that spoke to me and said, listen, you got to show everybody this even though I'm not finished, is this granny square blanket. It is one of the granny square blankets that I was in the middle of making that I showed you on a previous video. And oops, there's a scrap thing of yarn right there that I'm making other little granny squares in. This is my double border and it's not finished. I need to finish this red, and you guys, I ran out of this yarn, so I'm either going to have to take this row off and make it into the picot or find the other yarn. I think this is the Big Twist, great big, over a pound of yarn, so I need to go check at Joann's for that. If not, I'm just going to frog this and make picot. This is red, and look, this is how it's done. It's a double border, and this is the one that I was inspired by Edie Eckman's crochet book for her borders on, let's see, I'll show you the page. As you can see, I didn't do the buttons. I did a different edging, you know, I did a picot edging on both, but I really like the double border idea. And it's so simple, you guys. When you make a double border, what you do, and here, I did it in this one too. Oh, and you can see the picots on this one. Isn't that pretty? And the double border is very simple. You just see this row right here. This is just a single crochet all the way around the afghan. And the book tells you how to do it. That's why I say I was inspired by it. But after I finished and I started crocheting these two levels, I was like, I want to make it a little different. I want to make it a little more plain. I don't like the buttons. So what I did, you basically, you crochet this on the back loop and this on the front loop. And it's so super simple. I just did single crochets and then an easy picot around. It's so super easy. And like I said, the book tells you how to crochet the single border all the way around, and then you make of the double border the back one in the back loop, the front one in the front loop. Super easy. And these, you guys, are all scraps. This is all from scrap yarn I had. This is from my stash. This is, oops, sorry, I have my video arm in there. My scrap stash busting year is coming along quite nicely. And as you can see, I'm making some more right in there. Just basic granny squares. This is my nest area. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. Ta-da! My crochet nest. I would say this is the point that everything goes through. This is my yarn basket. I bring everything that I'm working on down here. First, let me explain something. I've had a few people say, it doesn't look like you're stash busting. It just looks like you're crocheting stuff. And then I was like, well, maybe I didn't explain it well enough. My philosophy of yarn, my yarn philosophy, if you will, is that I want to use every single bit of yarn I have. I don't get it just to get it and like, oh, I have all this wonderful yarn. I'm like, I want to touch and feel every single bit of my yarn. That's because I'm a yarn geek. So in doing that, I've been kind of stumped because I've had people say, well, you should do mystery bags, sell them, people will want to buy it. People will want to do giveaways, things like that. And those are all wonderful things, but I got the yarn for a reason. Like I buy yarn on sale, people gift it to me. I want to use it all. And I want to make beautiful things with it. That's why I got it in the first place. So Let me try to explain it a little better, what I'm doing with my great big stash busting year. And I'm trying not to get as much yarn. That can be a little difficult sometimes. I haven't been out buying yarn. You know, when you go look at the new, like Michael's and Joann, sometimes you just have to get the new yarn. So we're back upstairs in my yarn room, my main yarn room, yarn stash. And yeah, I'm trying to use every single bit of this yarn. I don't want to get rid of it. Oh, there's a little messy. I don't want to just get rid of it. I want to use it. And that includes whips. So, hold on, let's go over here. So, I have my whip closet. I have my whips right here. And, okay, this is what I've been doing. I have been taking either whips that I know I'm not going to finish or yarn, ta-da, that I want to use, and I've been stuffing it into bags that I take downstairs. Like, let me show you. So I'll get a bag together like that. I'll grab some things out of this whip baskets, and I will take it downstairs. Now here's a few things I brought upstairs. These are all the hexagons I've crocheted, a couple of squares, hexagons, but these are all divided into blankets that I'm going to make. You guys, I do have a method to my madness. My method is a work in progress, and I've got all this over here. See all these whips? Like, I'm either going to finish them or frog them and make them into other things. I'm not joking when I say that I am obsessed with my yarn. And seriously, every time I grab a new yarn to use, whether it's frogging it from a whip or using some of the yarn, as you can see, there's a bunch of empty spaces. I'm in love. So let me take you downstairs. Okay, so imagine, if you will, I stuff it in a bag, then I take the bag downstairs. It's just like going downstairs into my living room with a new bag of yarn I can play with, except it's from my stash. Oh, by the way, I do have more yarn in my room. There's that. And this over here. Sorry, I'm not trying to show my messy room too much. I just want to show you, you know, it's like when you have pictures of your kids and you want to show off your kids because you love your kids. I love my yarn. And it doesn't hurt my feelings when people say, gosh, why do you have so much yarn? It's like, when are you ever going to use it? And I'm like, the point is, I want to use it. And I'm in the process of doing it as quickly as I can. Hence, Scrapgans. So here's an example of a bag I brought downstairs. This just has, it has some 6-weight, some 5-weight, some 4-weight, and some 3-weight yarns. So this right here is my 4-weight scrap basket. And I'm focusing on 4 weights right now, but I do need to bring a different weight yarn baskets, and each yarn basket that I use, I am going to be putting a different weight of yarn in. So this is my dedicated 4-weight basket. I'll have another one of these for 3-weight, for 5-weight, for 6-weight, you know, for whatever weights I have. Now, I put the 4 weights in here. If I can't, I just pile it on top. I also grab whips that I'm not going to be finishing. So this is my creative process. This is my palette. And it turns into, ta-da, granny squares. And this is my lemon peel stitch. I'm using 2 different granny patterns right now. I'm using the lemon peel stitch, which I do have a brief tutorial for in my last video. And the granny square, I don't know if I have a tutorial for this, but this is just a basic granny square. And as you can see, it's 15 stitches across with 2 side stitches on each end. And this is 15 stitches across. And by 2 side stitches, I mean the stitches that will be going in the corners. So I've got a bunch that I've been working on right here. And that's what I'm using from that basket. Then after, you know, if there's just a piece of yarn that's not very long left, that's what I make these baskets out of. And as you can see, I've got a couple more started. You know, if it's a long piece of yarn that's just, I don't know what I'm going to use this for, I'll just go ahead and put it in the basket. So this basket is holding my 4 weight squares. These are all the same size. I make them all the same size so that I can put them together easily. Actually, that's a bigger one, into a blanket like this. Now this blanket, I made the squares a little bigger. They went from being 5 across to being, I think, 7 across. And by 7, I mean groups of 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means they're 21 stitches across. That's for the bigger blankets. Okay. So now what these are going to be, like, I'm probably going to put 5 weight squares in here, maybe 3 weight squares in here. I haven't decided that yet. And you guys, these baskets are so simple. You just make a hexagon or a circle, you know, a flat one all the way around. And then when you make the bottom as big as you want it to, and I use a 4.5 crochet hook because I want to make millimeter crochet hook because I want to make this, you know, kind of stiff with a 4 weight. Like these, I used a 5.5 millimeter. These I use a 4.5 millimeter. So it makes it kind of stiff. And then you just crochet straight all the way around. You don't increase or decrease or anything. And then you can make handles on the top if you want to. Like I made this cotton one. This holds my cotton things. I made handles like that. There is a basket. Got another one up there. Okay, down here, let me show you what I've been working on. So I've got another scrap gan. I got a couple scrap gans I'm working on. This one I'm really excited about. This is kind of, okay, this is another one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's a different one. And you guys, I figured out a way because what I was doing was slip stitching these seams, which, you know, isn't bad. It's enjoyable. I like it. I'll make more like that. Just slip stitch. But there are a lot of ends when you slip stitch because, you know, you can't have one continuous line of yarn. So what I did was I figured out a way to do one continuous stitch together. I'll show you a couple of diagrams that I found that aid in this process. You know, I had to kind of figure it out. I didn't have a pattern for the exact stitch. I will be making, you guys, I've got a bunch of tutorials I need to make. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the amount of tutorials I need to make. Okay, so next, this is the Royal Cardigan. I'm sure, you know, if you follow me on Instagram or on YouTube, you've seen this sweater. This sweater is now available from Journey Chanel Designs. The pattern is ready. I'll put her links down below. She doesn't have a tutorial for this sweater, but she has tutorials for a bunch of sweaters. The awesome things about her patterns is that they are size inclusive. They go from extra small to 8X. And you can check some of her pictures on Instagram or even in her YouTube channel. Her sweaters are beautiful. I mean, check this out. Let's just get up close. Look at that stitching. Now I'm going to show you the next one I've been testing. This is the little one. This is my granddaughter Emmy's. Let me go get the other one. Here it is. I made it matching. I made it matchy-matchy. I was trying to have it ready for Valentine's Day. But, you know, I didn't have it ready for Valentine's Day. So, now this sweater is the Dreamer Cardigan. Let me get it all fixed. This sweater is the Dreamer Cardigan, and it is a shortened version of the long, like, duster version. I don't know for sure if she has a tutorial on that one. I think she has a tutorial on the child size. But look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Let me see if you can see the whole thing. And this is like, I haven't blocked it yet, so it's still a little, you know, I'm not sure if I want to fit right. But when I block it, these will lay down. And I think I'm going to tack the lapel right here. This is what the lapel is like. It's like this, and then you turn it over like that. And then when I block it, it'll be like that. Isn't that beautiful? Again, I used Lion Brand Pound of Love for this sweater. Gorgeous. I just love, like, her sweaters, her designs are my favorite sweater patterns. This is a poncho. Now, this is not a pattern that I got from anybody. My friend Deneen showed me how to put the squares together. You guys, these are just those lemon peel stitch squares that I made into a poncho. Let me come up close. I slip stitched them together, did a few rows or rounds of single crochet around the top, around the outside. Voila. And this is Lion Brand Fisherman yarn. Isn't this nice? Look at that. And it's so soft and warm. I cannot wash this, but you know, at least I know if I do wash this, it will fit one of my granddaughters because it is wool. Oh, and look, I like it that it's booty length and it covers the booty. That's always a plus. So yeah, it would fit my 3-year-old, almost 3-year-old granddaughter. If I were to wash it, it is wool and it will shrink and felt. So she would have a nice waterproof poncho, but I'm going to try to not wash it or dry it. Fingers crossed. I've got a big person and a mini person. It's so cute. This is the little long duster length one, but this is for a little. So it's cute. Can you imagine a grown-up person one this size? They're beautiful. I will put the link so you can see pictures. Beautiful. Now I want to show you some squares I've been working on. I've been playing with my yarn, and listen, this is my philosophy of playing with my yarn. I want to play with my yarn. I want to feel it all and crochet it all. And I've been obsessed with just taking a skein of yarn or a cake of yarn and just crocheting it until it's gone. And then that's how big this square is. And then I show it to you guys. So this is the new Loops and Threads yarn. That is the Loops and Threads Carousel. It's a 5 weight. This is how much one skein makes. And it's gorgeous. It's soft. It's perfect. Now what I'll probably do is I've got a couple more skeins of this. But I'm thinking every one that I have like this that I make a square out of, I'll either just save the square for comparison to yarns at later times in different videos, or I'll make a sweater or something. Like, seriously, I could make a super small or child-sized sweater by making another square just like this and seaming up the sides, adding the arms, and adding the neck. So easy, so simple. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but this goes in my new Michaels Yarns stack. This is an oldie but goodie yarn. Okay, this is 2 rounds of it. Now this, I know you guys have seen this yarn before. Maybe you even have some in your stash and you're like, what am I going to do with this yarn? I don't even know. It shows you can make a hat with it, but I kind of just wanted to see what it would look like in a square. This is what it looks like. It's Lion Brand. I don't even think they make it anymore, but For those of you who have this yarn in your stash, it would make a super cute baby blanket. Look at that. I just crocheted and it went where it went. So the fuzzies kind of went there. The flowery parts kind of went there. You know, there was no color control. But like I said, it's 2 of them. I wish I had like 10 more. I would just make a great big baby blanket. Or you know what would be pretty? If you had 9, make 9 of these and then put them together and make the baby blanket. I know there's at least one of you out there that has these yarns that's like, you know, it's too pretty to throw away, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I went on my Red Heart rant for the Red Heart, that Red Heart yarn that is the granny square yarn. And I was like, there's no way that I'm going to sit there and try to figure this out all the time. So I just crocheted it into a big lemon peel square. You guys, by the end of this year, you're going to get sick of hearing lemon peel square. I challenge you guys to find another stitch for me that I will get obsessed about more than lemon peel. But for now, it's this. Okay, so this is that granny square yarn that I just started a lemon peel square in and I kept going. And in my last video, I showed how I tried to work them out. What I ended up doing was frogging all of those squares that I tried to crochet granny square with, and I just added them onto this. So, I mean, this could be, like if I added a double border on this, this could be a cute baby blanket. I mean, it's kind of weird and wonky, but it is so soft. I love Red Heart yarn. I mean, it's a value yarn, but seriously, when you crochet it with the right stitch and the right hook, I'm in love. I'm in love. Speaking of in love, oh my gosh, I was telling you guys about this. I'm going to be making a Temu video. They sent me a bunch of yarn, but I just have to tell you about it right away. I love this Temu yarn. Some of it I don't, some of it I do, but look at that. This is so soft. And you guys, they sent me a whole bunch of yarn. Like they sent me $100 worth of yarn and hooks and stuff like that. And I'm going to be making a dedicated Temu video, but I had to share these with you guys. This is one skein of yarn. This is one skein of yarn. This, and I'm going to be telling you about it in the video, so I just wanted to show you some of the yarns and the skeins, and I just want to say that I love, love, love these yarns. This one is kind of weird. It smells like new carpet. It kind of looks like new carpet. It's called squirrel yarn. But it's very soft, very thick. It's like a large 4, small 5 almost. I want to tell you the thing that surprised me the most. They sent me some crochet hooks. I got these crochet hooks and these crochet hooks. Which do you think is my favorite? So these remind me a lot of Clover. And these, I think they were, I've never used anything like this before. As you know, or maybe you don't, my favorite hooks are We Crochet hooks. And they used to be furls, but I just love the way the We Crochet hooks feel. Now, check this out. This is like an Odyssey Furls crochet hook and a streamline wooden if they had a baby. So check this out. Okay, except the Odysseys are a little shorter. This is a nice hook. I have big hands, so I appreciate the length. What do you guys think? If you like Furls crochet hooks, you're gonna like this. You're gonna like it. It's about the same weight as a streamline. Now, lengthwise compared to We Crochet, it's a little longer. I did not like using this one as much as these. This is how long they are. And I have never been a huge fan of short hooks. But these crochet just like clover hooks. Now, when you first use them, they are a bit sticky, and I think that's just the coating that goes on in the manufacturing. The thing that surprised me was these hooks. This set right here, the same thing, just a stickiness, and I was like, I was prepared not to like them because it has this stuff around it, and I was like, no. But ever since I started using these, I am in love. I crochet so fast with these. Every one of these Temu swatches I made, I used this. I'm like not an affiliate of Temu. They just sent me some yarn to look at. So I'm not an affiliate of Temu. But you guys, I would buy these hooks over and over again. So far, these are, besides the We Crochet hooks, when I got the We Crochet hooks, they blew me away. That's how these are. And these are only a few bucks. I'll put the link down below where you can go check it out, whatever, what have you. This isn't the dedicated Temu video. I have, like I said, I'm not an affiliate, but I will be doing a Temu video, but this one isn't it. So I can like tell you what I really think. And oh my God, I really love these. That's about it. I've been working on stuff. Oh, I saw this. I got inspired. I saw Crystal Bagaday had a granny square like zigzag pattern, and I remembered it and I loved it, but I was just looking up patterns on my phone because I like patterns better than tutorials. And I found a zigzag pattern, but the whole time I was thinking of Bagaday's tutorial, so it doesn't look exactly like it. I think I'm going to have to go look at her tutorial to make it like hers, but I do like this. I do like this zigzag. Okay, I think that's about it for right now. Like I said, just keep bugging me about tutorials. I will make them someday. My days have been made up of being obsessed with crocheting and crocheting all the time. So I apologize. I am trying to get rid of this yarn and trying to make videos and trying to spend time with the yarn. You guys have a wonderful day. If you love everything yarn, yarn weird, yarn crazy, yarn love, please subscribe to my channel. Click that like button and click that notification bell so you never miss a second of yarny fun. Love you guys.